안녕하세요 and welcome to Next Matcha. Today we're cooking Kongguksu. This is a great recipe for summer, fresh off the hot streets of Korea. And Kongguksu is a cold noodle dish with soybean beans. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those soybeans, we're going to blend them up to create a soybean milk that will then be chilled and served with chilled noodles as well. It tastes as good as it looks. Let's begin. So there's our soybeans, and an important thing to do with them first is you've got to soak them overnight. So remember, start cooking this the day before. You can soak them for about 10 hours or up to sort of 12 hours, and then they're ready to go. They'll be a bit softer, and then you're going to boil them. Get rid of that water though. You want to boil them in new water, essentially. Nice and clean. And you're going to go 15 minutes on a high heat, and then turn it down 5 minutes on a lower heat. That'll ensure you get the right consistency to the beans, and that they've got that sort of softness that you're looking for without being too hot. So strain them. Now keep the water. You want to use a little bit of this water later. We're going to put this in the blender. So get those beans in there. Like I said, it's about 100 mils of the water, about half a cup. And add the sesame seeds. I don't show that here. I forgot to press the camera on when I added that part. Then add about another 600 mils of cold water. Make sure it's nice and cold, or you could damage the blender yourself. So, keep it safe. The trick with this is blend it on high. Just blend it and blend it until it looks like soybean milk if you've ever had that, or just regular milk if that's what you're more familiar with. Now make sure we're putting this in the fridge when you're done with it. You want it to sit there for a while you prepare the other ingredients. And speaking of the other ingredients, here's some of the garnishes. Obviously you can slice these how you see fit. You could just put in big chunks of cucumber if you want. I'm going to put it into little matchsticks though, because I've got a design in mind. And of course that tomato, I just sliced it up into sort of thin slices, as you do with a regular tomato. You've seen me do these noodles before if you've seen some of the other videos. If not, well, welcome to the channel. Boil them for 5 minutes. They're thin noodles and they don't take long. Then you throw them under some cold water and you rub them. So if this is your first video, go check out some of the other videos and you'll see me rubbing a lot of noodles together. You want to get rid of the starch, because when the noodles cool down, they're going to get all stuck together in the bowl, and they're very hard to get out of the bowl. And you don't want that. You also want the sauce to mix in with them. We're about to plate, so now's the best time to take your soybean mix out of the water and mix in a teaspoon of salt. It's good to add a little bit of salt to add that flavor, but also keep in mind you're not going to be able to do it once we start to plate. And here we go, it's plating time. Do it how you see fit. I'm just being a bit fancy. You can just pour it all over if you want. Don't feel like you have to do it this way. There's a lot of ways to do it, and the best way sometimes is just chuck it all in a bowl and eat it. There's a hard-boiled egg that I've cut in half as well. We've got some ice cubes to keep it cold. Now the black sesame is entirely optional, so don't feel like you have to put it in, but it does add a lot of flavor to it. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. I'm about to eat this, so I'm going to let past Nick talk. So in the meantime, if I don't hear from me, enjoy your week and I hope you had a good time. Favorite part, of course, of any cooking is eating time. So let's see how this turned out. It's got a very nutty flavor. The sesame seed with the bean gives it this very savory flavor that's sort of like, it's just a very sesame sort of flavor. So we say in Korean, gosuada. It's definitely got that. And of course it's cold, and I'm sweating after this. It's so hot outside here in Korea today. So these little ice cubes, they're perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. And let's get a bit of the cucumber. Mmm. Little black sesame seeds. So good. Oh, you gotta look at this. Look. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.